Right, good morning everyone. It's a bit of an overcast day today. Well, there's a bit of blue sky there. We've had a bit of rain. We've had about 50 mils. I can't remember. I think it was around 50 mils, just over 50 mils. But I've just fed the cows, and when I was out there I noticed there's a few springing up. There was at least 4 mature cows that have sprung up. So tomorrow I'll say we'll be drafting springers. So tomorrow we'll have to draft the heifers out as well as springers, because the heifers are naturally mated, so we don't want them getting mixed up. Well, we want them separate, just makes it easy. We don't get them mixed up when we're getting tagging our replacements. So yeah, that's going to be the plan tomorrow. But today, so that means today I need to set up breaks for the springers, breaks for the heifers, as well as what'll be our late mob. So yeah, today's the 14th, so we don't officially start calving till the 25th, but typically we have had up to 40 before we start calving. So yeah, 30 to 40 I think before we get to our physical start of calving. But anyways, right now I've got to go to the runoff, and I've got to take Ellie, our dog, to the vet. She's cut her leg, fairly reasonable cut in her leg last night, so take her to the vet and see if I can get that sorted. So Ellie got that cut on her foot there, not sure what from. She got it last night sometime. Just discovered I got a flatty. Well, it's going flat. Right, so I think I've just decided on the way back, doing a bit of thinking, I think I'm going to draft a handful of springers out later on and leave the cows on the yard overnight. So probably around 3 o'clock we will get the cows in and just get a few out, because that paddock over there on the hillside, they'll make a bit of mess there, because I know they'll wait at the top by the gate. So yeah, I think we'll get them in later on. So I'm going to go and set up all the breaks for everyone, and then we'll draft out a handful of springers later on, and then tomorrow we'll draft out the rest of the springers and the heifers. That's the plan. So first job I want to get done, which I've nearly finished, it won't take too long to get done, is get this fence line here finished. So I've done this section up to the gate over there, and I've put an extra, so now it's got a hot wire there and there, so 5 wire 2 electric, and I've just put this switch in, so there should be power there. Yeah, quite a big short. Notice it's dropped down. We were up around the 5 kilovolts, so we're at 2.5, so I have to go looking for that later. But yeah, so I've just put the switch in, so now there's no power on this. Touch that, no power. So if we switch this on, there will now be power over here. And my meter's playing up for some reason. Looks like it's been squashed. So there's power on there, and then there is power. Yep, there is power on that one. So I'm going to switch that off while I go and work on it, but that'll isolate this fence line. It's actually just one stretch, goes all the way up, and then it stops further up there. So yeah, there's a lot of switches on this farm. Dad's put switches in everywhere to isolate it. That fence right there, it's got a switch on it. Even there's another switch right there. There's actually a switch behind that post. So yeah, they're just able to isolate areas. Right, so we're going to go and run the last wire out over there. So you can see this fence is all done. Back down to the gateway there. I've rehung this gate, put a new catch on it. So yeah, she's pretty sweet. So I've just got to run. I ran out of wire. I've got the 4th wire's done. I've just got to go from here to a couple of posts up there, get that done, and then run the bottom wire. So yeah, made good progress. I've done this over the weekend with Ezra, run those wires. Yeah, so let's run this last wire. So I'll put the staples in for that bottom wire. Just gonna put that in my tensioner in here, and then join the wire up and tighten her up. one of those projects that I've wanted to do for a while. On farms you tend to have projects like that. My dad always reckoned that you have projects that you get done straight away, and then you've got ones that take 10 years to do. Just going to tighten them all up a little bit. Good. Can't play guitar on it, but it's still pretty good. Nice. Lost my impact driver, so I got to use my drill. It's not as good putting these screws in. Right, so that's the fence done. Got rails on there. So I've actually put the wires back on, and I've tightened the top one up a fair bit because we want to keep the wires in these gaps, because I'm hoping if I can stop the cows going through these gaps, it'll eventually grow over and it'll fill them in. Well, that's the plan. I don't know if it'll work, but yeah, so I've left the wires there, just put the rails on, it just tidies that gap up, and then I've hung that gate on the weekend, catched it here, got the insulator on the back of that strainer, and then that's the new fence, or the fence we've rewired going down that way. So now just got to tidy up, and then I'm going to start putting up fences for the springers and all the different mobs. So yeah, good job done.
Here's the chick magnet.
How are we doing, girls? Yes, I am a chick magnet. Chicken magnet, actually.
Chicks.
It looks so nice in their green grass.
You want to see Brewster the half rooster?
Yes, I do.
Right over there.
Bro, what happened to your bum? The girl's been giving you a hard time.
I don't even think it was the girls. You hid out of embarrassment for 3 days.
He looks nice, the big one over there.
That's Orpington.
Yeah. I'm just replacing the switch. At the moment I've got it just connected up so to bypass the switch. I know these ones here burnt out really quick. I used some of these at a last year milking job. I'm going to try these again. They seem to last for a bit longer. Perfect. Just getting a couple of little jobs done. This gate, that's the only thing stopping it from opening, those two nails. I've done a lot of the gates around the farm now. I've just cut this old chain off and then put a D-shackle on there and put a proper catch with a staple. One of these, just peace of mind. Gates don't open by themselves then. Simple fix, doesn't cost a lot. So the heifers are going to be in this paddock, still got to set it up. Put them in here last year, it worked really well, so going to go with it again. Way better. It's not going to get accidentally open now, don't have to tie it up. Well, the John Deere is finally fixed, so I ended up having to put a new height sensor in it as well as the controller inside. Yeah, for whatever reason stopped working, so I've had to get the time fed on. I've only done one load this winter so far, so yeah, be good to get that on and get some spraying done, get some jib on and urea. What a beautiful afternoon, it's very nice. So I've got one fence up here, so it's going across the paddock, and then I've got a race set up left, a reel and standards over here, and I'll put that up once I know how many springers I'm going to have in the morning. So yeah, right now we're going to go, I think I'm going to get the cows in now and get these few cows out that look like they might calve, so we're going to get them out now. And I'll set up some more fences after if I've got time. We'll just see how it goes. So that's why it's a good reason to get them off this hill, because they're just going to stand there for the rest of the day. So I'm just going to take 100 in the first lot, and then we'll come back for another lot. So those girls can wait for a little bit longer. It's part of the reason why I've taken a smaller amount of cows is because last time I stood them off I snapped these posts here because the cows get so spread out. They get onto the exit race there and then they turn around and come back out and you end up with a traffic jam. So yeah. Come on girls, in you go! So I'm just going to have a look through here. The one against the fence here, number 147. She needs to be drafted out. Let's go here. She's springing up. I sort of expect we might have some tomorrow. I'm going to put the few that I've drafted out on the paddock. So I'm just going to have a walk through here and see if there's anyone else that is close to calving, and we'll put her with that one out on the paddock. A lot starting to move, but yeah, this morning there was 4 that I thought were quite close. There's a heifer there, nice looking heifer. Got a bit of an udder on her. Another one springing up. 46 is springing up. Not too bad though. She looks like she's a few days away. She's springing up. None of those look terribly close, and even the one that I just drafted out before, I think she's still, I don't think she'll calve overnight. But you never know. So no one else that I'm going to worry about in here. You might have been one. What's your number? 79. Might take her through. Put her out with the cow. $1.79. Come on, girls. Round you go. Get out of here. Right there, 79. Come on, girls. Round you go. So we'll just put these two in the loading race pen over here, and they can stay there while I go and get the other cows. You got one heifer there, she's really sprung up. Yep. That heifer there, she's getting close. You guys can go. You don't need to go. You can wait. Come on, Hetty, what? You can go. You can wait. Yeah, she's very close. Very, very close, that one. Getting exciting. They're springing up. She's very close, that one, number 100. Come on, girls. There you go. Gonna put the rest of these cows on the yard. Get them in there. And these girls are going out in the paddock. And they think they're going out in the paddock. I think by the morning we'll at least have one calf in there. So just get these ones into the round yard, and then the ones behind me can stand on the side race here. In you go, come on. So these girls here, they'll just wait on the side race till the morning. And then we've got the ones that are springing. I think number 100, she'll calve by the morning. Come on, in you go. I'm just shifting the irrigator out of the heifer's paddock, and then I'll set up some reels in there for them for tomorrow once we've drafted them out. Right, ready for some action. I would say by the morning 100 will be calved. She's very close. Don't think any of the other ones will calve, but you never know. Right, we're nearly ready to go. So I've got the brake set up for tomorrow for the heifers. I think it's a fairly big brake. It's always hard to gauge a little bit. Wait till they're in there before I set up their next brake. So I've got to reel some standards. I need some more standards to set it up. But I've got this paddock is split in half. So there's a reel running right through the middle there. You probably can't see it on camera. And then I've got a race set up down here. So yeah, so tomorrow be some hay in this brake for the springers, and hay in here for the heifers, and hay for the springers. And I've started dusting, been dusting for maybe a week now. So also getting magnesium sulfate through the dispenser. So yeah, we're pretty much ready to go. I'm ready. You get to a point where you're ready to start carving. Get into it, get it done. So yeah, but that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to go put the tractor away and then head home. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you somewhere else on the farm. See ya.